going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing Modern Warfare, the newest installation in the Call of Duty franchise, which at this point is going to be released in just under 3 weeks. It is supposed to be released October 25th, and I am absolutely excited for it to drop. I cannot wait to play. I'm actually getting kind of tired of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which let's face it, it is just played out at this point. We haven't seen any map updates to Blackout, which I've been playing a lot more since April, once I've finished pretty much everything I can do in multiplayer, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way as well. So what we're going to do in this video is just go over the pros and cons that I've noticed while playing the beta and the subsequent open beta for Modern Warfare. If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on so that you get notifications on when a video is uploaded. I do post more than just gameplay videos, and if you would like to interact with me live, I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/undemic, and I do this pretty much every day, Monday through Friday. And sometimes on the weekends. So at any rate, without further ado, let's hop into these pros and cons. I'm going to go over the cons first because I thought there were less cons than pros. So one of the things that I didn't like about the open beta was finding a match I thought took too long. In the beta, we would be in a party, like I'd be in a party with friends, and once a match ended, we would essentially have to leave the party and start a new one just to be able to find a new match. And finding a match did take quite a while. However, once we did get paired up with a match, load time was not terribly long. It actually loaded pretty quickly, but hopefully when the game goes live, this won't be an issue. Another con that I noticed was the injured animation. So, for example, when you get shot, the animation that occurs where your screen gets grayed out and you really can't hear any audio, that was really difficult to get adjusted to, and hopefully Infinity Ward will fix that by the time the game goes live. It is really hard to sort of come back from an injury and fight your way out when you can't see colors or hear where an enemy is coming from properly. Another con that I noticed was time to kill was a little too short. Compared, and I know we shouldn't compare Black Ops 4 because this is supposed to be a completely different game, even though it's in the same franchise, but the time to kill was really short. I think if they bumped up the life, the HP in the game by about 25%, it would make gameplay a little bit more fun. It just seemed like 2-3 bullets and you'd be dead. I think if Infinity Ward would just bump this up to maybe 4 or 5 bullets, I think we'd have a much better gaming experience in every match. Another con that I noticed was the ADSing was kind of weird, especially with snipers. It just seemed very slow to ADS. The time to ADS it seemed long. I mean, I guess I'm just comparing this to other Call of Duties, but it was really long. I wish they would actually make this a little quicker. It might make the animations of quick scoping, no scope, whatever, a little better and a little bit more exciting. The final con that I have was every map seemed to promote camping, and I know this is Call of Duty and we're gonna have campers anyway, but it just seemed like a lot of the maps promoted camping, because every time I'd come around a corner, there'd just be someone sitting in a corner in the dark that you can't see, and they're just there waiting for someone to roll around so they can kill them. So those are the cons I have. We're going to move over to the pros, which I actually have a lot more of. The pros are crossplay is finally here. So I was actually able to play with people that were on PC, that were on Xbox and PS4 all at the same time during the open beta, which was super fun. I did not notice any advantage from the PC players. I don't know if they're just casual players. I'm sure we'll notice the difference once players get a little bit better, but I am really happy about this crossplay because it's going to bring more players to Call of Duty. I think we're going to have an easier time finding matches, the lobbies are going to be bigger, and just the fan base I think is going to grow, which is great for Call of Duty, and I think it's just amazing, especially since I am a Call of Duty fan. So I'm really excited to see crossplay when we go live. As far as the beta is concerned, the gameplay, the mechanics of it were really good. I was a huge fan. I know a lot of people were complaining about how it was running, but you can't really compare it to other Call of Duties, even though they're in the same franchise under the same brand. At the end of the day, you don't want to have the exact same Call of Duty game released. right? This is supposed to be a brand new game. It's supposed to feel different. It's supposed to feel new. So I am really excited on the gameplay mechanics. I know I mentioned a con for sniping and ADSing. All that being said, sniping feels really good. The base sniper that we were able to use in the open beta was really forgiving, so I actually was able to run around and kind of just troll with the sniper. It had a very large one-shot kill range, so anything above the stomach was essentially a one-shot kill. Moving on, we finally have leaning and pivoting weapons on objects. So you can actually lean against objects and sort of peek corners, which wasn't previously available in other Call of Duties. So I think this is a great addition to the mechanics of the game. I'm really excited to see how people use it tactically. Beyond that, the sound was really great. So when I mean sound in-game, hearing footsteps of enemies was much louder than hearing footsteps of friendlies, which is really important, especially if you're trying to figure out, gather information or trying to figure out where the enemy is coming from. So the audio for enemy footsteps and enemy actions was really great, I thought. Last but not least, the biggest pro I thought that was really great was editing your loadout in game. I mean, it's like 2019, and up until now, we have not been able to edit our loadouts while we're in a game. You had to finish the match, go back to the pregame lobby, and finally edit your guns, your perks, whatever it may be. You can actually do that in the game now, which is amazing. I'm so excited that this is finally here, because when you unlock something mid-game, you can actually go into your loadouts, fix it right on the spot, and get back to the match to test whatever it is you just unlocked. You don't have to wait for the match to end and get back to the pregame lobby. So that is pretty much gonna do it for the pros and cons that I've noticed in Modern Warfare. As a game, I definitely would recommend picking it up. I mean, I am a Call of Duty fan. I'm really excited to see how crossplay may or may not affect competitive Call of Duty. Maybe we'll see people who prefer playing on PC going against people who prefer playing. But that is going to do it for me and this review video. If you didn't do it at the beginning of the video, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn notifications off. And until next time, I hope you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and peace.